Hi, everyone, and thank you for coming out to this Tuesday Singer-Songwriter Storyteller Night with the High Desert Music Collective. Tonight we have two awesome musicians. We have Owen Carrick and Shireen Amini playing for us tonight. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're super excited. Owen's going to be playing first, and then Shireen. And after each set, there's going to be possibly a little interview, so stay tuned, because that's really special. But if not, they're going to be playing, and that's equally as special. So definitely stay tuned, enjoy. Big shout out to Oregon and Silvermoon Brewing for having us and allowing us to host these events. We couldn't do it without you. We are the High Desert Music Collective. Thank you for coming, and Owen will be right up shortly. Oh, yes, and if you are tuning into the live stream, anyone watching right now, please share the live stream. It does so much to help support our local musicians here, and it means a lot to everyone. The more views, the more people end up watching this. It's really special. So. Oh, and breaking news. We will give away a community membership to the High Desert Music Collective if you share this live stream. And when you share, make sure to, in the comments, leave your name so that we know that you share, and you will be entered to win community membership. And if you're wondering what that is, ask in the comments, and we'll explain more. Okay, enjoy.
Okay, it's time to play some music. Did I miss the introduction? Before we put berries in a woven bowl, before we scribbled symbols on a parchment scroll, before there was reason, before there was rhyme, before there was money, before there was time, there was a song. There was a song. You know I love a good recording in my earbuds, but the singing that you hear lives in all of us. I can stand behind this microphone and sell it in a store, but your voice is inside. Just open the door with your voice, with your voice. They told me that I couldn't sing, that my teenage pipes just wouldn't ring. I should have been here for the intro. And they told me that I couldn't sing, that my teenage pipes just wouldn't ring. Doctors of the soul had to show me the way, so I slowly reclaimed my birthright. To sing, to sing, to sing, to sing, to sing, to sing. Sometimes I gotta cry like a lonely wolf. Sometimes I gotta giggle till the room is full. An earthy old grunt lifts a heavy load, and a soft love whisper is pure as gold. I said every single sound is making me whole, 'cause the voice is the muscle of the soul. Said every single sound is making me whole, 'cause the voice is the muscle of the soul. So when you say that you cannot sing, your ancestors are still listening. They came this far with the song in their heart, so it's time for us to start. our birthright. First they told me that they thought I sounded great, stardom of the bleachers of the 4th grade. Then they told me that I was just the drummer. I learned to keep a beat and I learned to keep it shut up. So they say that those who sang survive. And when I look with open eyes, I see my people have lost some of our ways. So it's time to remember our birthright. To sing, 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 to sing. Thanks everybody for braving the cold. Yeah, I've got like 11 songs. Some of them are new, and I'm excited to be here. My name is Owen. I was thrown off by running to pee right before this. That's just sometimes what it takes. This next song was inspired by that most familiar of emotions, hopefully not to you, but to me, jealousy. Really, really a good one. Really does a lot of good things in the world, that one. And actually, the song pivoted completely, and so what you'll hear are verses about love because I love the song so much. But the original song came from a jealous place. So this is a world debut here of this rewrite of the song. It's called Steady. The golden glow of your face, you're radiant, yeah, I'm saying it. No, the songs that you bring, they stick with me. Oh, they're with me. Now I'm standing upright as a humble man, a true humility born in the wreckage of my best laid plans. You showed up by surprise with the kindest hands, and the way we giggled all night is how I want to be. So I'm trying to keep my love steady, trying to keep my love steady. God is changing, I'm ready with you. You're resilient, yeah, resilient. The tender ways of your heart and your vision, I've seen it. Oh, I know I get it wrong when I take control, like a wounded little boy, healing but not yet whole. You help me practice patience with your steady soul. And when we sing in harmony, I listen and I'm free. So I'm trying to keep my love steady, trying to keep my love steady. God is changing, baby, I'm ready with you. I'm trying to keep my love steady, trying to keep my love steady. God is changing, baby, I'm ready with you. Clearly, I'm a pro. It's the sign of a pro, having to go back to the guitar case. This is a song inspired by that creature, by which we know the name of beaver. So I feel like a real geek sharing this next song. And it's going to be an interesting one with the highway behind us. But I'll say that the Mississippi River used to have a flood basin that would change every decade by 200 miles, mostly because of beavers and the ways that they create wetlands and spread out the water and make it unpredictable, which Western humans really don't like. Yeah, and beavers were also a huge part of the reason people that looked like me ever came out here to make hats. And they would pack up beavers in 90-pound, that was the unit. If you had a unit of beavers after your winter of trapping, you would have 90 pounds of pelts, which is a lot of pelts. And they would have canoes filled with multiple units rolling down the Columbia to ship from Astoria back to the... this is my song to them, to those creatures. I sit by that old western bridge where I can see now you've downed this tree. I can see now you're worrying all the local landowners. Yeah, oh, you are, 'cause you make us feel useless while you beautify the valleys, making havens of green in the night while we were looking for you. That fine old frontier. We came from way out east to find you and stack your pelts in our ships. That we roasted while we were looking for you. No, only one more verse, I promise. Nobody told me you share your dens with muskrats and mouses in the winter when you store your food. You bring verse. This would be the sing-along part. When I make my home, can I make it for others? That just keeps going. When I make my home, can I make it for others? Which, in case it wasn't obvious, is what beavers do. And the other part is slow the rivers down as they once were, never certain as they once were, never certain. Thanks. I should be playing over here. This is warm hands over here. This is cold hands. Yeah, thanks everybody. I'm new to performing. I'm usually all about getting people to sing together. So it's been really sad not to organize singing groups, which is a large part of my work in the world during COVID. But it's been fun to work on these songs because of everything that's going on. And this song was inspired by a particular thing I see happening in our community that I'm not going to reference, but specifically. But the song was. This is how I wrote this song. I was like, there has to be a song that goes like this. Can you feel the algorithm? Can you feel the algorithm? Where I'm on social media too much sometimes. Can you feel the algorithm and the way it's changing the world? And so I went through my social media feed and just wrote a verse about everything that it knows about me. So this is what Facebook and Instagram know about me, and I will share with you. My fingers are cold. It's tracking the splash of my zeros and ones in the Monopoly pool of information. It knows I like a folksy groove. It knows the shape of the sound of my Spotify tune. It remembers the toppings on my pizza, artichokes, pezzo, and cheese is enough. It made me watch all those Tiny Desk shows. If it doesn't know who I am, it sure knows where I go. Can you feel the algorithm? 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 It knows I want to buy a van in case a fire brings down the roof. It knows I wish I did more yoga. It knows I want a pair of boots. It knows I'm a sucker for saving the whales and I worry about deforestation. It knows I was looking for a therapist and I dabble in meditation. Can you feel the algorithm? Can you feel the algorithm? Can you feel the algorithm? Some of you got that. Can you feel the algorithm? It's only groovy if I look away from the way it makes extremists out of my neighbors. Oh, it's only groovy if I cannot see the way it grows addiction in teenagers. So I'm calling programmer with heart to restart the algorithm. What if I could sell my own data, put a hole in Bezos' bucket? We could build 1,000,000 new farms instead of his stupid rockets. What if it knew I need some help closing down the Netflix tab? What if it said you can watch another episode, but it's healthy to feel sad? Oh, can you feel the algorithm? 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 Thanks. This song, I have no idea how I'm doing on time, so Holly's on it, which is great. I'm really grateful for the High Desert Music Collective for putting this on and organizing these every week. I don't know for how long they've been doing this, but every week they're getting local artists to come play here and paying them, and that is a really good thing to be doing. Yeah, so lift up the good stories that aren't in the news. Here's a good story about this song was inspired after cleaning my shower drain. If it wasn't for water, I'd still have all that shit on my hands. If it wasn't for water, the moldy fruit shower drain oil change gunk would be on my hands, and you might not let me hug you. If it wasn't for water, if it wasn't for water, midwives might choose your soda brand. If it wasn't for water, 7-Up or Coca-Cola, babies would learn to open cans and cry carbonated tears. If it wasn't for water, every day that I use it, I praise all its uses. I'm made of it mostly, and if you look closely, the powers that be sure don't care if it's clean and it has memories. So praise all the water. If it wasn't for water, there'd be no jet skis on the lake. If it wasn't for water, those oil tankers, trash barges, floaty wings, and those yachts we would forsake. But we could kayak in sand dunes if it wasn't for water. Every day that I use it, I sing all its uses. You know I'm made of it mostly, and if you look closely, the powers that be sure don't care if it's clean and it has memories. So praise all the water I've been licking dew when no one's watching me. It's all I can do to keep my water clean, wringing out my rags in the morning air, hoping the dawn brings a few droplets to share. If it wasn't for water, I'd sell those golf balls in the pond. If it wasn't for water, the New England Patriots couldn't break a sweat, and we'd lose our lawn. We get used to the dirt. If it wasn't for water, every day that I use it, I praise all its uses. I'm made of it mostly, and if you look closely, the powers that be sure don't want it to be free, and it has memories. So praise all the water. Thanks. Man, my fingers are cold. This song just speaks for itself. This is my song that feels the most contemporary. Did you see the news today? You can numb, baby, it's okay. I've spent years of my time smoking weed just to get by. Today I'm sober and I feel pain. That's not how this man was trained. I put my heart into this song, but I'm not right and you're not wrong. Where I might brush shoulders or harsh your flow, but I will speak up for what I know, that gold can't buy any stolen land, and my ancestors move in my hands. Rhythm lives in my pasty skin, but my people are losing our kin. My gut is smarter than my head. Sometimes I can't get out of bed. Oh, the heart, where does it start? With you, with me, I don't know. If they're gonna clear the streets again, let them hear the thunder and of our song. Our hearts are strong. Our hearts are strong. Our hearts are strong. When they say conquer and divide, it's sure true and it's sure tried. A people split with open wounds. Apocalypse needs a catchy tune, a song to bridge the space between all our fear and our grief. The nation falls to my left and right. Voices rise in the night. Oh, the heart, where does it start? With you, with me, I don't know. If there's one thing I ever learned, let it be a love that burns for justice and a closer earth, a deeper bow to mother's birth, a tribe to hold me and call me out, a space for everybody to come out, a dancing joy and a thorough grief, the feel of soil on my feet. Oh, the heart, where does it start? With you, with me, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, this will be fun. Oh, man, I'm all over the place with my material here, y'all. Would love any feedback on the theme, because this song's about ice cream. So if you saw that coming, I'd be really surprised. This is an old song, older song, one of the oldest songs we'll be playing tonight. And the inspiration of the song is this. It has a conceptual impetus. So I'm going to give you the concept. Ice cream, to have ice cream, to have something like Heath Bar Crunch or cookie dough ice cream, that is to me just a ecological miracle. So you have to have chocolate, you have to have coffee in some kinds of ice cream, which already are very excessive things to, just take so much to get this to us. And then you have to have freezer trucks and milk. Anyway, I think ice cream is amazing. So it might be the pinnacle of civilization, which is this song. Waffle cones on a long road trip, cookie dough, caramel, chocolate chip, strawberry, rocky road, coffee and vanilla. Who's ever felt sad and not wanted to fill up? innovation I know is the pinnacle of civilization. Got me in for all your breakups for the first date. Got me to eat the peas on my plate. Refrigerator trucks changed the world. Before then, only noble boys and girls ate ice cream. Milkmaid's dream, cold on your tongue, soft on your teeth. Cream, sugar, holy innovation I know is the pinnacle of civilization. But we'll pump sulfur in the air to quell the heat. We'll mine all the asteroids for our smartphone meat. We'll clone perfect people who never need to sleep. But not one of these achievements can compare to that frozen treat we all love to share. Oh, it's ice cream, milkmaid's dream, cold on your tongue, soft on your teeth. Cream, sugar, holy innovation I know it's the pinnacle of civilization. Our cars will drive themselves so that we can wine and dine. We'll all have bidets, wiping your ass will be a crime. A rooftop solar power might just make us feel divine. Not one of these things can compare to that frozen treat we all love to share. Oh, it's ice cream, milkmaid's dream, cold on your tongue, soft on your teeth. Cream, sugar, holy innovation I know is the pinnacle of civilization. Thank you. Wow, I put the two throwbacks together. Yeah, this is oddly like the most popular song I've ever written, arguably, and it's about this. It's about being a kid. I mean, this is just a song I wrote like I don't know many years ago, and many people remember this song. Not to like, it's gonna now your hopes are really high, but this is the inspiration for this song. It's a common experience for those of us that live in northern climates. To make a snowman or to envision a snowman, but to get so excited about making the snowman that you end up with 3 torsos that you cannot lift on top of one another. Does anyone relate to this? Okay, a few people. So this is the snow caterpillar song, because that's what you end up with. It's pretty hot. Okay. Well, I started rolling a snowball just 'cause I can. There's no architecture, no bills, no plan. I'm an artist, a visionary, just a little man who wants to make something with his own 2 hands. Well, rolling the first ball was surely a thrill. The second one, just as much fun until I realized Daddy whiffed it. Till I realized I can't lift it. Maybe Daddy will. No, I think this is gonna be a snow caterpillar. She's the biggest snow larva the world had ever seen. 8 snowballs long, as white as she was mean. And as the sun comes out, she'll melt and begin to seem like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Well, then the neighbor kids came out and asked if they could play. I started hesitating, but my caterpillar gave me the courage to say, I need a bucket for a hat and some sticks for antennae, please. We worked for several hours with hardly a word, a snowball here and there and maybe a bird. And when the time had come, we stood back to observe our marvelous maggot in all her splendor. Was the biggest damn larva the world had ever seen. 8 snowballs long, as white as she was mean. And as the sun came out, she'll melt and begin to seem like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Well, you know, now we're all freezing. We go on inside. Daddy made a fire, Mama baked pie. I'm warm in my bed. She's under the sky, and I wonder, Well, I dream of a snow butterfly. She was the biggest snow larva the world had ever seen. 8 snowballs long, as wide as she was mean. And as the sun comes out, she'll melt and begin to seem like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Like a lumpy, bumpy bug in a child's winter's dream. Thanks. What? Well, I'm going to pivot to a completely different topic. We're going to talk, instead of caterpillars, we're going to talk about larvae. This is another of my homage songs to this land. This song is in memory of those Pandora moths. Have y'all seen those? Few of you have. Yeah, I thought they were pretty amazing as an adult, and then my mom reminded me that I really loved them as a kid. So this is a song inspired by them. I think they have a little bit of a lesson to teach me, at least. So next time you see those grubs and you're vacuuming off the side of your house, or you're clearing them from beneath a street lamp, or whatever you're doing, remember that they have this amazing 2-year life cycle that I'm going to explain a little bit here in the song. Pink glows on your wing, a brilliant coordinated dance, yellow eyes held in my hand, a resilient keeper of the land. Oh, you're waiting, underneath needles, waiting for a sign at the end of a June moon. And you know, somehow you know, to come above ground when your grubby siblings do. Just 3 weeks to fly and find a place to lay your eggs between the high green needles, and by the time the larva hatch, you'll lay dead on the ground. The larvae eat pine needles and need the larvae eat pine needles and need to chow on down before the light gives way to winter, when they bundle up together, sleeping sound. Oh, you're waiting, under pine needles, waiting for a sign at the end of a June moon. And you know, somehow you know, to climb on down when your grubby siblings do. And then come the spring begins, and then come the spring begins, a feast that paints all the trees of their needles, giving the grubs a green and golden glow. All fat and plump, they climb on down the veins of ponderosa bark, and for the first time touch and feel the ground and burrow down. Oh, you're waiting, underneath needles, waiting for a sign at the end of a June moon. And you know, somehow you know, to come above ground when your grubby siblings do. Pink glows on your wings, a brilliant coordinated dance, yellow eyes held in my hands, a resilient keeper of the land. Thanks. Oh man, this is hard to do it all alone. I feel like I'm supposed to be good at that, but I'm used to doing this with singing with all of you lovely people with me. time. Okay. Thanks, Jenna. Okay, here's another song. It's like we got this theme of caterpillars and larvae and the algorithm, and now we're gonna pivot to a song called Little Light Box. So I'll let you figure out what that means. But you probably have one. A little light box, I see you doing your thing, grabbing my attention, but you're helping us sing. I know we made you for a purpose. Microchips and boxes sailing over on ships. Little light box, helping us learn these songs. A beautiful endeavor where the kids teach grandma. I know we made you for a purpose. Microchips and boxes sailing over on ships. My phone comes from the stone, and I'm here to make it known. Yeah. A little light box, helping us know our own way. We may choose to put you down while we wobble and stay with the screen. The screen. Help me know how I am doing with the screen. The screen. A little light box, I see you sell my attention. Who are you selling me to? Well, nobody mentions. I know we made you for a purpose. Microchips and boxes sailing over on ships. My phone comes from the stone, and I'm here to make it known that the minerals in the screen, oh, they came from somewhere green. Yeah. Silicone shortage, silicone, oh, and they're mining asteroids, they're mining, oh. My phone comes from the stone, and I'm here to make it known. Somewhere green. Oh. Thanks. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. If I don't, I won't be found. If I don't, I won't be found. I run 1,000,000 miles to the sun and back. I run 1,000,000 miles to the sun. I run 1,000,000 miles to the sun and back. I run and I run and I run. No, I never am done. No, no, I never am done. Hey! There's a key, there's a ring, and a ping, and a buzz in my pocket. There's a notice on the door, I forgot to lock it. A ping, and a ring, and a buzz in my pocket. There's a notice on the door, I forgot to lock it. I never am done. No, I never am done. Oh, take it all away from me. Yeah, take it all. Feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying to feel my feet on the ground. I'm trying. Maybe then I'll be free. Maybe then I'll be free. Maybe then I'll be free. Thanks, everybody. This is a really good learning experience for me, and I'm grateful to share these songs. And yeah, gosh, my name is Owen, and it's spelled weird. Spelled with an E, O-G-H-A-N. But you can find me, and I'll probably be making more music if people like Mayor keep showing up to support me. I feel, really humbled by this and really grateful, and I'm going to close out with special guest and also the other amazing performer tonight, Sharina Meany. We used to, we practiced about 18 months ago, our last rehearsal. So, but this is a song we played a bunch, so we'll be excited to share it. And I'll say, because I've been telling all these stories, that this song I was written at my mom's house after binging on M&Ms. Binging on M&Ms because I didn't like what I was feeling, and I started playing this riff, and this song was born. Smiles, oh, when I take my time to digest my food. My lungs fill down low with nowhere to go, and my shoulders are loose. I'm home in my body, home in my body. I'm home in my body, home in my body. I'm home in my body, home in my body. I'm home. I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home. Oh, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Sometimes indeed I wanna leave when pain knocks at my door. It's easy to say I'm here to stay, but they are waging war. I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home. You know I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home in my body, home in my body, I'm home. Thanks, everybody. Great transition. Yeah.
Give it up one more time for Owen Carrick, everybody.
Thank you. Sure. Let me. Can't see you.
Everybody give it up once again for Owen Carrick. Thank you, Owen. Oh, here is your microphone. All right. Thank you so much for playing for us. That was super fun.
Thanks. Thanks.
I think it's working.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's mainly for the
Oh,
live stream,
great.
but hopefully can y'all hear us?
Y'all speak up. Thank you.
Oops. It's mainly for the live stream, but if you want to hear, you can come closer as well. Yeah. Cool, awesome. Well, so I think what I'm really curious about, seeing all of these beautiful people here supporting you, and you've referenced a few times that you do singing circles, and so I wanted to ask you what that really entails and what inspired you to start hosting these circles.
Yes. Long story short, I was living somewhere in Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, where people sang every day, and it was just baked into the culture. And I felt the lack in this culture, the lack of songs that function as part of our daily life. And so I ended up meeting some people in the Midwest who had this repertoire of music, none of which I sang today, but music that's meant to be sung in the oral tradition, A-U-R-A-L. And before COVID hit, we were doing 4 to 5 gatherings a week in Bend and Redmond and Sisters under the banner of Open Hub Singing. So that's kind of like an overview. I could talk your ear off about it, but we haven't been gathering in person really since COVID hit, because singing together is a good way to swap droplets. But we'll be back. I don't know when, but we'll be back.
Cool. That's such a beautiful way of just bringing the community together and sharing song and art, and it's just really inspiring for me, and a bummer that I'm now hearing about it during COVID, because I totally would have come to those. Yeah. Cool. And another thing I wanted to ask is, before you started the singing circles and things like that, what was your journey to music? What did it look like? Because you sang a little bit in your first song about, I don't know if it was personal experience or if it was just like an overarching idea of how people talk about not being able to sing, and that usually results in people thinking that it's something that some people can do and some people can't, and it kind of perpetuates this idea. And I was wondering if that's something that was a personal experience for you, or if, or kind of just like what your journey to music looked like.
Yes, I had a friend in 5th grade who played video games, and we weren't allowed to have video games, and he had congas, and I thought they were really cool, so my mom got me drum lessons, and it's been a whole journey since then. I was told that I had a bad voice by some kids I was in a band with. I was the drummer in this like classic rock band, and yeah, I was like, whatever, I'm the drummer, like sure I can't sing. And then I was a mandolin player doing gypsy swing and jazz music here. Actually, I used to play at Dudley's in 2010. Every Wednesday when I was a teenager, I would play with this retired lawyer who taught me a lot. Yeah, and I've been writing songs the whole time, but never really stepped in to do that. And then sort of all of a sudden became a song leader, getting other people to sing. So I'm still on my musical journey. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I just was curious because seeing you as someone that brings people together to create an atmosphere where people feel comfortable exploring their voice and their own, inner song, I guess. I was curious as to kind of the progression they got you to that space. So, yeah, thank you. Super inspiring, just all of your songs and what you're doing. And before I introduce Shireen, I wanted to give you a chance to let anybody know if you have any recordings or kind of like just like shamelessly promote yourself in any way that you want.
Yeah, I'm in the cocoon of COVID still. And so there's things that are taking form that don't have any shape yet. My openhubsinging.com is the place where we're like loosely organizing, singing together when that's going to happen. My own music, I feel like it's still in the oven and not really anywhere online in a way that I feel really good about. But I'm working on that, and it'll be out there under my name, which is EOGHAN, which is weird. So I'm going to say that again. And I sort of have a non-answer, but this is like where my music is right now. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Holly.
For your beautiful presence and for performing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for asking.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can just put that right there. Thank you, Owen. All right, so now we're going to have Shireen play. I'm super excited to hear their performance. And I just want to give another shout out to the High Desert Music Collective. We are the High Desert Music Collective. Feel free to talk to us, ask us questions. We have been holding these events every week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, some here and also at Riff. So yeah, feel free to ask us any questions about what we're doing in the community and with local artists. Thank you to Silvermoon Brewing for having us here and Oregrown, and here is Shireen.
Check. All right, we're going to do a little sound check, I guess, on the fly real quick here. All right, so I'm going to check the cajon here. I'll be using a number of different settings, but cool. All right, and then we got some bass. Guitar. Hold on, I got to get my wireless set up. Awesome. Okay. So let me check. Check. So the kind of crazy thing is that I'm not going to be able to hear you all very well because I'm I'm trying live for the first time these in-ear monitors. So in case you yell something at me and you're like, why doesn't she respond to me? That is why. And hopefully I'll be able to hear you enough. But if someone needs to say something that wants me to hear, just like come up to me and I'll loosen this up. This is all about being able to hear myself when I do this crazy live looping stuff. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here, and thank you all for watching wherever you are. Honored to be playing tonight. Very excited to be fresh off of an amazing trip to Boston where I got to record my album. It's a real fruition of a long journey that traversed the pandemic, and it involved a crowdfunding campaign, and there are many people in the crowd that actually helped make it happen. So I'm extremely grateful for that. So I'm feeling the Boston vibes, the having gotten to do something that has been a dream of mine vibes, and I'm hoping to share that with you all tonight. Like my little Boston beanie too. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with this song. It's called Sweet Reward. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. 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 You're the sweet reward at the end of my day, my lady. Give me a second, 'cause that's not supposed to sound like that. Yeah. You're the sweet reward at the end of my day, my lady. How did we ever let ourselves get so crazy? So let's go out tonight and make love, not fight. Celebrate us right. Spent all day just packing my bags for leaving, but all that I can think about is this evening. 'Cause even though we're moving on, our love's still strong. Don't know what went wrong. Sometimes choosing to grow is choosing to say goodbye. We got till tomorrow, so baby, let's live this night. Don't know how far got just what we needed. Sometimes choosing to grow is choosing to say goodbye. We got till tomorrow, so baby, let's live this night. Don't know how far away tomorrow is taking, so I'm holding to today. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. Hold on today. Hold on today. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. Don't make me face the absence of your light in my life. We tried to make this work, we did a few things right. So tonight I'll hold your hand, kiss you while I can. At the end of all this pain, will you be my sweet reward again? Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. Hold on today. Hold on today. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. Hold on today. Hold on today. Goodbye tomorrow. Goodbye tomorrow. Hold on today. Goodbye Thank you. I wrote that song during a period where I was in a bit of denial about a relationship coming to an end. I literally was packing to leave, and we were planning to have dinner that night, and I was just in this weird torn space of like, I don't want this to end, but it has to end. So every time I sing it, it kind of brings me back to that place. It's definitely heartachy. All right, I'm gonna move on to this this next song here. It's called Homesick. And I would say that it was kind of after that period that I sort of launched into this one would call liminal space. I wasn't quite arrived. I was departed from a past circumstance and hadn't arrived quite yet where I wanted to be. So I was homesick in both directions. So yeah, so this has just like Owen. There's a lot of layered singing parts. There's gonna be, in fact, Owen knows this song. So if he feels up to like singing out, then it might folks around him maybe pick up on some of the sing along parts. But so here we go. This is my vocal conga. Walk away from, 'cause it's just not right for me anymore. But the home where I'm headed is still just a dream. I sit in the middle with the pain and longing pulling me both ways. Feel my heart tearing at the seam. left, so I sit. And it's okay, I'm yearning for what I need. I'm in between. I just get homesick, even though the home of the past no longer matches the home within. Home within. Don't you get homesick? There's a home where you know you will thrive. You just haven't arrived. You just keep on walking. Keep on walking. I know, though I have not seen, that there is a most truest place for me with ways that align with me. People who align with me in my wholeness. I'm in the static in between radio stations while I'm reaching for a new frequency. And the tune that I carry, I will sing through the loneliness till I reach my community. And I believe there is a world calling me, calling all of us that is better, brighter, and more free. It's where I want to be. Hope that you will be there with me too. And I don't know about you, but in the midst I'm struggling, missing the comfort of what I knew. Wishing I could just arrive already where I'm being called to go, so I can set my roots and grow. I'm lonely for what I left, so I sit. It's okay, I'm yearning for what I need. I'm in between. I just get homesick, even though the home of the past no longer matches the home within. Y'all can sing. Home within. Don't you get homesick? There's a home where you know you will thrive. You just haven't arrived. You just keep on walking. Keep on walking. Between my heart's two broken pieces is a dark, empty space that I fill with faith. All this pain, I must release it. So I'm trusting the way. Something's gotta change. Between my heart's two broken pieces is a dark, empty space that I fill with faith. All this pain, I must release it. So I'm trusting the way. Something's gotta change. Oh, oh. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. And hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. Hold to the home within, it is letting go and it's calling in. Hold to the home inside where the soul guides. We all get homesick, walking, though the home of the past no longer matches the home within. Walking within. Don't you get homesick? There's a home where you know you will thrive. You just haven't arrived. You just keep on walking. Keep on walking. We all get homesick. Thanks, everybody. So, I wish I could have heard that, but my did someone say something? Ah, thank you. Dang, see what I'm talking about. All right, going back in. So I want to tell you a little bit about my experience. See, part of what motivated me to work with the studio in Boston was that I'd get a chance to work with really experienced and incredible session players. So I got to work with this guy named Daniel, he's an incredible bassist and guitarist, and he is single-handedly responsible for coming up with some of the most tasty parts on these songs, and that kind of they added a new layer that I didn't envision before. So this next song, this is going to be the title track of the album, and it's called "Break Myself Free," and it's really about breaking through our own internalized constraints and through the fear of not being ourselves, based on losing a sense of belonging, either with familiar people in our lives or with culture or society. And so I told Daniel, I was like, I'm going for like a Michael Jackson-esque kind of bad kind of vibe on this one. And he came up with this amazing guitar part, which I'm going to do my best to mimic vocally, because I can't quite do it like he does on the guitar. So anyway, you'll see when I get to it. But if I want to just give him credit for the little line that is done vocally tonight. So this song is called "Break Myself Free."
Break myself free. I
am gonna break myself free. Said I am gonna break myself free. It's how I'm gonna save myself. It's what the world needs. Said I am gonna break myself free. I am gonna break myself free. I am gonna break myself free. It's how I'm gonna save myself. It's what the world needs. Said I. Thank you. One of these days I have to figure out how I can do this and not have to sit on the drum. I feel like I want to get up and move and dance. Chick, chick, yeah. I wonder if something happened there. All right. Let's see. Owen, I'm going to give you a heads up if you're around. May I do one more song and then you want to come up and join me? I think I see a thumbs up through the blinding lights. Okay, thanks. I do it for you so you can see my face in the dark. Give it up, by the way, for High Desert Music Collective for putting on this really amazing event. I can tell you my few experiences so far. It feels like a really high quality operation that's really trying to take care of the arts community and the musicians and provide a good experience for you all and for us. So that's been my experience, and I'm really grateful for what you all are creating. It's a lovely night out here, and they provide heaters. They've provided heaters over here, and I find myself feeling quite comfortable, even though it's a chillier night. It's not too bad though. It's gonna get worse. That's all I know. Okay, I think I'm gonna jump to this song. I wasn't planning on doing this one next, but I'm gonna do it because I'm feeling it. All right. This song is called "Let Go for Now." I agonized over the lyrics of this song up until the night before I was gonna record final vocals. So it's sometimes some songs, it's just, it's either my perfectionism or the song itself is like just stringing me along till the last second before it feels like, it lands. Here we go. Sorrow has had a chance to cleanse away all of the broken past that the grip of your heart just could not mend. There is peace still left to grow, and it just isn't time for got to let go for now. Oh, babe, all that's meant for you come around. Hanging on to where you've been is just keeping the magic from flowing in to carry you where you're meant to go, and the grace of this moment a chance to show this reality so hard to face. All you want is to fill the empty place in your heart. I believe it's true, love that is you are not giving up the love in you. You are just giving way for something new. Said, hey, you have got to let go now. Hey, all that's meant for you come around. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go for now. You have got to let go for now. You've got to let go. So breathe through the longing, hand it over to the care of the mystery holding you through the silence in the air. Sing out your love when it's more than you can bear. Bring yourself back right here, right now. You know you can't turn back anyhow. Just trust and move forward. You can move forward. All that you dream of will find a way to you. Oh, hey, you have got to let go for now, babe. All that's meant for you come around. You know it's coming. Hey, you got to let go. You've got to let go now. You've got to let go. All that's meant for you come around. It'll go. You have got to let go. You've 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 got to let go. Now you have got to let go for now. Woo! Yes. Thanks for getting up and moving with me, everybody. You were doing what I couldn't. I was like, my butt is strapped to this drum. It's actually not, but it's hard to, like, there's certain parts in the song where I have to sit and do this, so I can't, like, get up and come down, so I am sort of strapped. Come on up, Owen. Owen's going to sing this next song with me. So this song is appropriate for this time of year. It's called Skeleton in the Closet. And it's got kind of a punky chorus that we'd love to get you involved with. And I guess you can either echo, or you could show if you want to get people to do the echo part, or you can, I don't know what makes more sense, to do the main part with me. And
I'll probably echo.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So follow what Owen does. So basically, this song is about liberating our shame, understanding that we all have something that we feel is too shameful to bring out into the open, and it's those very things that end up keeping us feeling sick or isolated or alone. And so it's this song came about with the idea that let's bring all our skeletons out of the closet and dance with them one last time, and then burying them into the ground, and that way be free. So the chorus goes like this. Owen will show you. It goes, What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it
beautiful.
So beautiful. And then the second time, it's What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
And that's it. And you guys got it. And a lot of you there was actually some of you that sang on the recording that we made, doing that very part. So it's going to start right off the top. So be ready on your toes. 1, 2. Oh, hold on. This is good. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it
beautiful.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it
beautiful.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
Let's see what you got. All it is bones, honey. Ain't nothing left to rot. By the time you stop hiding it, everybody's got one. It can't be sitting in the closet all on its lonesome. Pull it out now like it's your favorite dance partner. Don't let it cause no shame any longer. All it's needed is some love and a hot new look. So let me spice it up. Here is the hook. Tonight there's a ball for all our skeleton friends to be known to the world in all the latest trends. We can't be missing out on this grand opportunity to turn them bones into a drop-dead beauty. Hand it over. I'll put a rose between its teeth, lay a nice red lipstick kiss on the cheekbone. The rest in color, in style, in suit. Who thought your dirty little secret could look so cute? Look so cute. Said what's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it
beautiful.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it beautiful. What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
We'll shake it like never before, cause our skeleton friends won't be hanging around no more. See, at the end of the night, they're all going down like the second line parade, just straight into the ground. Yours will look so good, right down to its shoes. You'll forget that you ever thought it was scary while it's rattling off its best dance moves. You won't even notice it's just been buried, just been buried. Dance around and dance their way straight into the ground.
Dance around and we'll all give thanks to the Lord. Them bones gonna dance around and dance their way straight into the ground. Them bones gonna dance around and we all give thanks to the Lord.
Look, I won't budge if you're just gonna keep yours hiding away. You look but don't touch. You're just gonna sit there grossed out. Get out of my way. It up and call it beautiful. What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up.
Dress it up.
What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up and call it beautiful. What's your skeleton in the closet? I'd like to dress it up now. Give it up for Owen. Thank you for bringing the spirit alive with that song. try this one with let's see. I feel like I should have some more cool stories. So while I was in Boston, I had only two whole days where I could actually explore the city, and the second time I got a chance to do it, I was walking downtown and I started to hear horns honking incessantly, and I looked over and I was like, "What is going on?" And it just kept getting louder and louder, and more of them and more of them. And I was looking at the cars, and they all had flags on them, and I couldn't recognize what the flag was. And so I looked it up. I Googled. I was like, what flag has red, blue, and I can't remember what the colors were exactly. But it was the Armenian flag. And it turned out that I was walking right into a massive protest. And it was powerful. Because I could really feel the rawness and aliveness, and it had to do with a territory that they call Artsakh. And apparently there was something happening between Turkey and some old conflicts and some scary stuff happening. And what was funny was, as I was like unintentionally entering the protest, a woman next to me was explaining to me, and she asked where I was from, and I was like, well, I'm half Puerto Rican and half Iranian, and she was like, I think the Iranians are supporting us, and I was like, thank God, because I not that anyone could just be like, out of everybody in that crowd, honestly, I could look Armenian, I could look anything that was like blending in, but if someone was like, she is half Iranian, I can tell. That half of me would have run right for the harbor. So, anyway, it was a peaceful protest, and it was beautiful to see. I don't get to see that kind of large gathering in little small town Bend, and though we've been having our share here too. So grateful for all the organizers and people really making their voices heard. So on that note, I'm going to take us in a little Latin-y direction, a little bit Latin. Here we go.
The shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. Open my eyes, first light, and what do I see? I see my sweet little lover, how she's glowing to me. That woman's golden to me, the way she's holding to me, the way I'm growing to be free. It lights a fire in me to wake up to who I really am. Instead of falling asleep, I am taking a stand. Instead of curling a ball, I spread out my wings. Instead of keep my mouth shut, that's right, I'm gonna sing. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. Oh, it's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. Gonna take it's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. beauty of a melody. I see my sweet baby sister, how she's growing to be such a rock star with such a big heart, walking redemption where I carry my big scars. I see the younger generations taking no more shit, spitting out the ideas that will make them sick, written the hate, written away, too many words, oh, it's never too late, yeah. 'Cause it's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. I said, let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let I need to tune this guitar and energy doctor. Let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let the music and the beat. It's a shape, it's a form, it's a contour. It's a way that we rise, pull a day out of night. It's a make move the kind, wanna encore. Wanna see us again, wanna meet up again. Every day is nudo, si mucho gusto, te quiero mucho. Que linda, the face that we see when we rise and we wake and we truly feel free. So we're done with the bull, done with the fake facts. Know who we are from the way, way, way back. Who that we are loved, us so lovely, so ugly, so touching. Come to us, come through us. We something from nothing, compelling, indelible, indwelling depth. Exploring what's inside for external steps. Working with the music that they can't contest. Yes, I said an energy doctor. Let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let the music and the feeling be your energy doctor. Let the music and the beat keep it. Oh, oh, way, oh. Ah, oh, way, ah. You know what is true. You gotta be you. You gotta fight for what they take. You gotta let your heart dictate. 'Cause it's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. It's the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake. You gonna take the shape you take when you wake, when you wake, when you wake.
Thanks, everybody. You might wake up with that. You might wake when you wake, when you wake. All right, I think I got one more for y'all tonight. Thank you all so much for hanging out here, and supporting live music. Thanks again to Owen Carrick for playing tonight, and thanks to all our sound help and our various sponsors, and yeah, I hope to be doing more of this. And I'm hearing about potentially some enclosures to be able to keep the stage warm and then be able to do even more music through the cold months. So I know we all need it. I need it myself, and it's a nutrient that has been hard to get during these times. So thanks for getting your fill, everybody. All right, here we are. I'm going to close with this song. This song is called Hang On, And it has a refrain that I'd love if you'd sing it with me. Happens at the end of each verse, and it will repeat it towards the end. I did recall that my guitar is out of tune, so let me make sure I get that right. The refrain for this song is, "Our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won." And I'll show you in just a second what the melody is. As soon as, oh, you bugger. It was you the whole time. Okay. Also want to make quick mention that, yes, so I got to do this album thing. The album itself hopefully will be done by early 2021. And if you are interested in finding out about its release, there were a handful of songs I played tonight that will be on that album. They are sounding so good, so good. I'm very excited about it. I have an email list on the other side of the recycle trash. I was telling Owen that would be funny to say that, but it's true. It's right next to the trash, everybody. But it's not trash. There's an email list there. There's cards or CDs if you're interested, from my band, as well as an age-old album I made. Yeah. Everybody, please vote. Please vote, everybody. That's all. It's really, really important. Okay, so the melody goes, "'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won." It's basically the same note over and over again. "'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won." And embody that in however way that is true for you. Cool. Get my last little things in place. I have watched you walk in, weak and broken-hearted, through my door. Do we know each other anymore? Where have you been, my love? How I thought I lost you, but our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. I have stood here making silent resolutions while I've just been too scared of letting go. Now I see you clearly, the glow of the horizon, but our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. So hang on, there will be a light growing ever bright inside you. Hang on, I am by your side to pull you close and watch you fly. I have watched us riding bravely through the darkness till we just could not take darkness anymore. And I wonder what will happen when we're lonely, 'cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. So hang on, there will be a light growing ever bright inside you. Hang on, I am by your side to pull you close and watch you fly. Love is out of my hands, and so are you. 'Cause I'm learning love can't make a plan, it must follow the truth. While you're fighting off all the proof that you are not enough, I will set you free, but I will always see the woman that I
to keep, 'cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. So hang on, hang on. There will be a light growing ever bright inside you. Hang on, hang on. By your side to pull you close and watch you fly. Hang on, I am by your side to pull you close and watch you fly. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't done until all our freedom's won. 'Cause our work here isn't till all our freedoms won.
Thank you all so very much. My name is Shireen Amini. Thank you for coming out tonight, singing with me. Thank you, Owen. You all have a blessed evening, and until the next show, come say hi afterwards. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, give it up one more time for Shireen. Here you go. Holy guacamole. That was amazing. Wow.
Why, thank you.
Just so cool to see you and Owen collaborate with each other. Just like perfect. What a perfect night it's been for all of us in the audience, for sure. Hopefully for y'all as well. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, thanks for that accidental connection. Some people don't know that we're both really good friends, and Holly just happened to put us together on the same night. So
yeah,
it was meant to be.
Divine, intervention for sure. Cool. Well, I want to ask you so many things, but I guess what I really am curious about is your album, since it is the most recent thing, and you talked a little bit about it, but I was wondering if you wanted to elaborate a little bit more about like your inspiration for this album, like what really drove you to create this as like one entity, if you want to like delve into that a little bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. I probably about 2 years ago, a batch of songs started coming through that had a little bit more of a fire behind them. They, for a lot of my life, I've led music in a way similar to Owen that involves getting people involved, participating, and so these songs also had some really like distinct singing parts, like sing-along type parts, unifying messages. And I would say that what was one of the things that was really driving me was creating music that was very popular in sound, like groovy, modern, that was bringing forward more conscious messaging, because there's a lot of really hip-hop, groovy, hip-hoppy songs out there that aren't doing necessarily much work to evolve us in a positive way. They are either keeping status quo or maybe even doing harm. So it was important to me to sort of create a platform where this music that was fun and hip, you might even not even notice what the words are, and realize that it's actually saying something uplifting or that can help you in some way in your life. So I'd say that that's kind of like part of the vision behind it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, that's an amazing vision. I am really inspired. So what you said the name of the album is Break Yourself Free?
Yes, break myself free. And break yourself free.
Okay,
Break ourselves
myself.
free. Break us
Okay.
all free. Yes, no, break myself free.
Beautiful. Okay, and that was the song, one of the songs that you performed. I remember which one it was.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So another thing I was curious about was how you got into looping, because I've seen a lot of people loop, and I'm amazed every single time because I've never done it before. And
Yeah.
I was curious, like, how long you've been doing it, and yeah, just like the process. I guess also in terms of songwriting, when you know that you're gonna have a looping setup, like what lines do you normally create first? So I guess it's a joint question. Songwriting with looping, how does it work?
Totally. Well, the one thing, so I started doing looping probably like 8 to 10 years ago with a smaller, simpler setup. And the one thing that I realized very quickly is that when you songwrite with a looping pedal, you really have to come up with parts that are very repetitive. If you have songs that shift a lot chord-wise or rhythmically, you're going to deal with a lot of like taking the looper in and out. And I'm still working on smoothing that out so that the listener's experience stays engaged. But I would say that one of the things that I did once I knew that that was the platform I wanted to create these songs or perform these songs in, was I tried to envision how I could create some level of consistency rhythmically, chordally, or something like that, that I could, then I can sculpt a part that will be able to hang out for most of the song, but maybe take out some layers. So I upgraded to this looping pedal that has 3 different tracks, so I could take out layers. The old looping pedal I couldn't do that. So it expands the possibilities. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah.
Totally. So so like one track would be vocal and one track would be an instrument, and like just layering. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like arranging for in a live way, where you, instead of having a band where you have a guitar player that comes in or a drummer that comes in or drops out, you are creating it yourself and bringing it in and out.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like there was a whole band up there. Like,
Nice.
It was awesome. So
Cool.
Well, thank you so much. And then before we end the night, I wanted to give you a chance one more time to talk about what's on the trash.
Is it now on the trash?
Or
Cool.
I don't know, next to the trash.
I
I'm
believe
giving
it's
false
next to the
information.
trash. But I'm okay if someone wants to put it on the trash, as long as it doesn't go in the trash. So I have an email list over there, and I have a Latin band I play with in town. A lot of folks probably know that project. It's Chiringa. I have some albums from our band, and I have a website right now that is more oriented towards my community work. It's ShireenAminiMusicMedicine.com. But I offer drumming because I'm really inspired to empower people with the drum as well as through singing. And so this website It's mostly those community offerings, and right now most of them are virtual. Some of them I can do in person, one-on-one. But it also, that website does have some videos of my artist work and some links to my crowdfunding campaign page, which is a nice way of getting to know who I am as an artist now, and hear a demo of one of the songs that I played that will be on the album. So SharenaMiniMusicMedicine.com is probably the best way to get connected with what I'm doing. And look out for my band as well, Chiringa, for some Latin.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shireen. Have a great night.
Thank you, Holly.
So much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks to everyone that has braved the cold, and thank you to our performers, Shireen and Owen, and to Silvermoon Brewing, all of our sponsors, and anybody that tuned into the live and shared the live. We appreciate you so much at the High Desert Music Collective. Y'all's participation is so important to keep us going and keep us putting on these shows and supporting local musicians in the area. Also, thank you to Central Oregon Recording, who does the sound and the live videos and everything. So have a great night, and hope to see y'all again soon.